Last episode, you met Bansir, a chariot builder who worked hard but stayed poor. He and his friend Kobe made a quiet vow to stop blaming the world and ask the richest man in Babylon for the rules of gold. Behind that door, Arkad will share his first rule, and it is so simple, most people ignore it. Arkad welcomed them inside. The room was quiet, simple, but full of order. Scrolls and tablets lined the walls. A few coins rested on a small wooden table. He looked at Bansir and said, "Your first question must be this. How do you treat the gold that comes to you?" Arkad told them, "Long ago, I was just like you, a poor boy copying tablets for a moneylender paid in small coins. One day, a wise man asked me, 'Do you save from every coin that comes to your hand?' I admitted, 'No, I save only what I think I can spare.' Then he said, 'That is your mistake. You will never grow rich treating money like an afterthought.' He continued, 'Every gold coin carries a tiny expectation. It expects to be used, fed, grown. If you only spend it, it will never come back to you with friends. But if you give it its first task to grow, it will bring more gold into your life.' Arkad looked straight at Bansir and said, 'The first law of gold is this. Start thy purse to fattening. From every coin that comes to your hand, save at least a portion, and do not wait for later.' He called it the first rule of wealth, not working harder, but treating money like a seed. He explained, 'Most men say, I will spend what I can, and whatever remains I will save. That is why their purses stay thin. The rich reverse it. They say, from every coin that comes to me, I will take a small share and keep it safe, and only then spend the rest.' He called it paying yourself first, not waiting for extra money, not hoping for luck, before the world gets a chance to spend it. Arkad said, 'The first time I followed this rule, I kept just 10% of every coin I earned. It felt like cutting my own pay. But within months, that small jar became a quiet comfort. When I had to spend, I had a reserve. When I needed to invest, I had a seed.' Arkad's rule is not about ancient coin. If you earn a salary, this is your gold. When money comes, is first save a fixed portion, even if it is small. Then live on the rest. Not the other way around, because if you always spend first, there will never be a later that is rich enough. Most people think, I am not rich enough yet to save. But Arkad said, you are not rich enough because you never started saving. It is not how much you earn that builds wealth. It is the habit of keeping a small share of everything that comes. Bansir thought silently. He had always waited for a big windfall, a promotion, a lucky break. Arkad was asking him to do something small, simple, and boring. Keep 10% from every coin, and keep doing it. Arkad put it this way. From every coin that comes to you, set aside at least a small share. Make that your first habit. Then when your purse is full enough, it can go to work. Not for the market, not for the city, but for you. Arkad's first rule is the same today. Pay yourself first. It doesn't matter how small your income. If you take a fixed percentage, even 5% or 10%, and protect it, that coin will start to multiply. Not through magic, but through discipline. Because in Babylon, as in your life, the first coin you keep is the one that builds a second and a third and a fortune. But Arkad warned them. Saving alone is not enough. Many men store gold but never learn how to make it grow. In the next episode, Arkad will share the second rule of gold and what to do with the money you have already begun to save. If you found value in Arkad's first rule of gold, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more lessons on money, health, and motivation. Your support helps more people discover the simple habits that turn an empty purse into a full one.